Lawrence Obonyo declared that it will accept nothing less than the deputy president's slot. What is the significance of this demand in Kenya's political landscape ahead of the 2027 elections?
Yes. One thing is that may the soul of Baba rest in peace, but he died. He went too soon.
Yeah.
And the succession plan was not there. So you find that as at the point in the with the information that we got publicly, as at the point where he was going, he said that they would give directions at a later stage. But you've seen how predatory people have been to take advantage of his absence. So that demand saying that we want this position in itself, I don't think it has been fully accepted by everyone.
Yeah.
Because there are those people who are still holding on fast and saying that we need to strengthen the party so that the party can have a presidential aspirant. But on the other hand, you have the quick to compromise. You know, there are two types of people. There are people when you're playing poker, others want to cash in very fast. And others play the long game and say, well, let's wait and see.
Yeah.
So you see these people who want to cash in so soon and secure the position so soon. They have already delegated the party to a certain position.
Yeah.
That is the deputy president position. In as much as the deputy president position may be just ceremonial and it's just by name because it carries not so much powers.
Yes.
It is something that someone would say, heri nusu shari.
Heri nusu shari kuliko shari yenyewe.
Yes, of course we flip that again and we say that it's better to have half a loaf than none at all. So that's what they are going for. But I think it's too soon. It is too soon. That's why it is not an official party position. Of course, we've had these instances where people say that, oh, the party has decided this and this. But you have to understand the organs of the party. The party has its NEC, the party has its executive, the party has an entire structure. So before you have all this sit down and then come up with a full and comprehensive agreed upon position, all these are just speculation.
What risk do you think, let's talk about the risk and opportunities that this presents?
Yes.
Yeah.
The risk is for the party to dwindle and deteriorate because we know very well that Kenya is not for beginners. The moment you slip up, someone will swallow you whole because this has happened more than enough times. ODM can quickly die out and fizzle out and be merged within UDA or any other party.
Yeah.
Very quickly if they don't strategize. So the risk is that to destroy a well-organized and well-built over a period of time party.
Yes.
And the opportunities that is there is to remain relevant because, again, people, as we say, play the long game. You'll see an instance where the election that President Ruto won in 2022, of course, there were questions to that. But when he was winning, you could see that Ruto was angling himself from 2007. Even during when they had the NAC 2002, he was already angling. He was part of the Pentagon. So some people angle themselves so much that they be close to power so that they can run the system, so that they can actually ascend to the position. Ruto did it with Uhuru so that he was a deputy, though it was inconsequential, but he managed to widen his networks, place his right people at the right places, so much that when he declared, then he was ready. So someone may be reading from that script and say, we want a deputy president position for strategy purposes. Yeah, so that is the opportunity, but the risk is having the party being destroyed.
Yes. You've mentioned something in your statement. You talked about succession plan.
Yes.
How often do we see that in the political landscape?
48 laws of power. You know, when they say never outshine your masters, this is one aspect that never applies in our political scene. So this is why most politicians are afraid to create a succession plan. If that time that President Moi, may the Lord rest his soul in peace, if at that time that Saitoti expected to be singled out to be his successor, you remember that very famous time, then Moi looked around and said that it's going to be Uhuru, as opposed to Saitoti, who everyone knew that is the next one in line.
Yeah.
Then if that had happened, then the power that the late Saitoti could be wielding in this country could be unimaginable. But the problem was that he was expecting it. Everyone had murmured around it. But the master had known this, and the master sometimes want to cut your horns at that point. Surprise everyone by picking someone who will be absolutely loyal. And that's what we're lacking here, loyalty, so that you can have a proper succession plan.
Yeah.
If there was absolute loyalty, then you would be looking at a situation where even Baba could have told us that in my absence, so and so will step up. But why do I say that there's lack of loyalty? Look at the politicians across the board. Very few can be said that they've been very consistent. There are politicians, when the closer to power they get, the more they move. Today they're in PNU, tomorrow they're in Jubilee, tomorrow they work with UDA, tomorrow they work with ODM. And take our president, for example. Our president started in Kanu. For some reason, when Kanu did not have a plan for him, he jumped ship. He went to NAC. Yeah. And then from there, I think there was URP at some point.
Yes, URP.
And he's a founding member of ODM. So he was in ODM. When the plans...
Sometimes hapo kwa UDM.
So you find that there's no loyalty.
Yeah.
And the person whom they were berating and fighting, that is Baba, was their mentor, was the person they wanted to succeed. So you find that with lack of loyalty, even the person who is supposed to mentor the apprentice, who is supposed to take over, will feel the challenge and have the fear of empowering them too soon, of identifying them too soon. Because if you do that, then the carpet will be swept under your feet. Yeah, because someone will just come and steal the power from you. And when you have the organs of power, you have the party, you're kicked out. You know the founding member, or not the founding, you know the registering member of ODM was kicked out of ODM fighting. His name was Manyara.
Yes.
Yes.
Gitob.
So these things happen. Even the founder of UDM was kicked out of UDM.
Yeah.
The people who founded URP are no longer with URP. So you find that it is a vicious, hostile takeover, left, right, and center. And sometimes you may be seated right now with your people right now, and then tomorrow you realize that your deputy party leader has actually swore allegiance to another party.
Okay. Hapo sasa umesema hivyo. Kuna swali hapo kwa loyalty kabla tusonge mbele.
I'm not finished, lakini yes, let's handle that first.
Okay.
Yes.
Kuna vitu vili vimejitokeza haraka wakati Raila alikuwa anaenda AUC.
Yes.
Ali handpick professor.
Yes.
I sit in as the party leader for that time before kama atapata whatever. Tukiachana na hiyo, now that tumesema loyalty, was it deliberate for the two deputy party leaders waliondolewa wakaekwa kwa serikali that tunazungumzia Joho? No, Aparanya.
Oh yeah, Wycliffe, yes. Wycliffe
Au ndio walikuwa, mmoja alikuwa mkubwa alafu mwingine mdogo wake.
Yes.
But wote walitolewa. All this maybe behind the scene was like these guys, maybe, I'm asking, maybe they are hiyo story ya loyalty kwamba wacha wakae kando alafu tutabaki na watu ambao kwamba wako loyal kwa party. If this happened, how ndo tutawapatia?
Haswa 100%, because you understand that the moment you become a technocrat, you lose the political grounding on the ground. wakati wewe ni mwanasiasa, wewe ukiwa mfanyikazi wa serikali, ile clout ama ile ule mvuto wa ground unaisha.
Yeah.
Na kabla hata Oparanya jina lake lipeanwe kule, kuna wale walikuwa shawaza wakisema huyu ana fit kuwa president wa nchi hii.
Yeah.
In the event ODM itakosa mtu ama baba hatataka, hata Oparanya
anaweza.
Ataweza.
Yeah.
Na mwenzetu hapa Joho tayari alikuwa shasema hata mimi natosha. Anasema kwani pwani hakutawahi kuwa mtu ambaye atawania urais kutoka wa pwani. Na yeye mwenyewe alisema wakati ule wa mwanzo kule, wakati Najib Balala alikuwa pale, Najib alisema mimi na step down ili Raila akuwe our flag bearer wakati huo.
Yes.
So in itself unaona kuna njia tofauti za kisiasa za kuwatuliza wale watu nyota inaenda juu sana. And vile tulivyoanza tu kwa kusema huo msemo wa Robert Greene, never outshine your master. Jua vile utacheza ile vitu vyako visiende sana. Usimejua ile story vile wanavyosema maisha na hali ya mzee Robert Ouko.
Yeah.
Wakati ilisemekana the entire world was saying this was a right person to lead such a country in terms of intellect, in terms of temperament, in terms of knowledgeability. Wakasema huyo aliporudi nini ilifanyika? Tayari walisema anafanya insubordination. Ndio hivyo wakamaliza. Sasa hapa kuna njia hiyo ni old school and orthodox way ya kumaliza mtu, lakini sasa ukirudi nyumbani sasa kwa wale wako na wisdom wanakumaliza kisiasa. Weka hapa.
Wewe ni waziri.
Tulia
na powers, uko na bendera.
Unajua ukiwa na powers na bendera hautaenda kwa zile public rallies za kusema tialala za kusema
kuna
hautapata.
Mwenye nguvu pambana naye, hiyo story inaisha.
Tukirudi pale kwa succession plan. Succession plans are made for continuity and perpetuity. But once you make such plans, you need, or rather before you make such plans, you need to be certain that the person you'll handle will be handed to the mantle will not drop it. This person will not sell you to the other.
Yeah.
You remember what Uhuru did with KANU in 2007 when he categorically said he would be supporting the sitting president, yet he's supposed to be from the other party. And then the other people in opposition, they were wondering how is it that someone who is supposed to oppose is already conceding. So opposition has to come from within.
Yeah.
So this makes it very difficult for political parties to have succession plans. The best way we can look at it is from the strengthening of the political party, so that when a political party wins a seat, not an individual, a political party wins a seat, then we have it crafted that party shall continue.
Yeah.
Case example is the UK. The Labour and the Conservatives, they normally operate that way. You saw that time that Chancellor Brown arose to be the Prime Minister. In the middle of it, his party had a vote of no confidence on him. So someone had to take over from within the party. And the same thing happened with Liz Truss. The PM who was a PM for I think 49 days or 29 days. Yeah, the shortest. Yes. So the party was the one in power. So when there's a vote of no confidence, the party will give you the next leader.
Yeah.
So if we can strengthen that here, then we can have proper succession plans. So much that the presidency this time around is with the UDA. Okay. If UDA passes a vote of no confidence on William Samoei Ruto, then the next person in UDA takes over. It doesn't mean that UDA loses power. So that such a structure is a structure that can create and ensure political continuity and succession plans that are there. But now we are more focused on a political system that is centered on people.
Yeah.
That is why right now, even the president was as reckless as saying, my only opposition is no longer here.
Yeah.
because he sees no one.
Yeah.
Hakuna. Akiangalia anaona hapa.
Sorry, I hope I've answered the question.
Yes, you have. To wrap up now the matter with ODM, they're also asking for compensation of protest victims, right?
Yes.
Where are we with that?
Again, we are at a situation where you see the High Court already gave those conservatory orders for certain people not to sit there, and it's throwing everything into disarray. But what I understand is that the injunction that was given so that there is no duplicity of functions. I have come here and I defended my chairperson when she was there. Of course, for her own personal reasons, she decided to pull out of it. So the demand by ODM, it's a demand, yes, for the people. But at the end of the day, you look at it, is that it's a demand that would fall on deaf ears, or it would be just say the backing of a toothless dog.
Who is supposed to effect it?
If we had not challenged this panel, then this panel could have given recommendations so that the Treasury can issue monies to the individuals who are going to give it out. Let's say the Kenya National Human Rights Commission. Let's say the other organization, and it can even be done directly from the government. The government can do it directly because you have a task force that gives recommendation and can come through the ministries, so that money can be given to the families of those people who are deceased. But right now, we may be fighting all of this in court, and it's all to ensure that people don't get compensated, because the fight will go all the way to 2027. A judgment is issued that, of course, they had no powers or they had powers, but who stands to suffer?
What are we fighting in court?
Who is supposed
to be in the panel?
Oh my goodness.
And who is supposed to give it?
We'll be right back.
Habari za hapa kwetu pwani, sana michezo na burudani. Swahilipot FM, Swahilipot FM. Hadithi utamaduni nyumbani, moja ya pwani. Swahilipot FM, Swahilipot FM.